What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Chiefs Comments with Kramer. I'm yours truly, I'm Kramer. This is a show that's only dedicated to your comments, questions, concerns, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. I think I'm one of the, I don't know, obviously the most unbiased Chiefs guy here on the Club Foolish Network. But by the way, if that's the case. Oh well. Thank you for all hanging out with me. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you do subscribe. Make sure you turn on notifications, whether if you're on the X or whether if you're on YouTube version of this. Also, have a comment or reply right now. I know I got a handful in before the show, and feel free. This happens throughout the entire show. This show could go 5 minutes. This show could go 10 minutes. This show could go 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour. I will come hang out with you all. Do it every single Thursday at 2:30 if I'm healthy, and also the Chiefs on the bye week. Which, by the way, the Chiefs bye week's already over with. Which the earliest bye week, and I think some time for Kansas City Chiefs. But I mean, you're not here for me to talk about whether or not what the bye week is and what the bye week isn't. But you are here for me to talk about the first thing we always talk about here on Chiefs Comments with Kramer, which is the injury report. We've seen players practice this week. We know for a fact that we could probably scratch out Juju Smith-Schuster from this week's game, playing the Denver Broncos. If you've been living under a rock, Chiefs play the Denver Broncos this upcoming Sunday at noon. They have a noon game. This is the first noon game I think the Chiefs have had all season, and it happens to be it's proper. I understand why this is a noon game. The Chiefs are going to go in there. They're going to go into Arrowhead, and they're going to wreak havoc against the Denver Broncos, against a team that's just not good. So let's get to the injury report. Juju Smith-Schuster did not practice yesterday. It didn't sound like he's going to practice today either. I can say his status for this weekend is probably up in the air. I highly doubt that he's actually going to play. Tershawn Wharton is dealing with a knee injury. He didn't practice yesterday. I don't think he's going to practice again today. He's up in the air for a game time decision this upcoming Sunday. Other guys who were limited today, Kareem Hunt, McCole Hardman, and same with George Karlaftis. We'll have to see how the injuries go. These were all from yesterday, by the way. Patrick Mahomes was full practice yesterday. Same with Derek Nottie, Michael Dana, and Nazeeh Johnson. So we can at least see Mike Dana and also Nazeeh Johnson be for sure, knowing that they could actually be suited up and ready to go for this upcoming Sunday. Now, on the Denver Broncos side, yesterday, limited practice for Luka Wittenberg, Mike McGlinchey, Zach Allen, Drew Sanders. Full practice for DJ Jones, PJ Locke, and also full practice for Darlan Turner-Yell. So that is the injury report that we've seen. Like I said, we're probably not going to see Juju Smith-Schuster this upcoming Sunday, nor Tershawn Wharton. So it's kind of a big blow, but then again, it's also the Denver Broncos. What we're going to see from Bo next. I'm actually kind of curious to see how that's actually going to pan out. But that is the injury report. Now let's get to the part of the show where it's basically your show, your comments for this week.
Let's get to the comments.
First one's coming in from Keith over on the Twitter at Yeckelman. How do the Chiefs divide the workload at running back once Pacheco comes back in late November/early December? Also, who gets cut or put on the practice squad to free up roster space? Okay, so I kind of had a similar question this last week, and a guy that I completely escaped my mind was Samaje Perine, and he was worked heavily in just this past Monday Night Football game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, if Pop's coming in. Pop's going to be your number one or your number two whenever he does get fully healthy and back into this system at the running back room. I believe the Chiefs will have, I think Clyde's the guy that is either going to be cut or put on a practice squad. I'm not sure. Can you even put Clyde on a practice squad? It's like I would like to see Carson Steele maybe get placed on a practice squad because I don't think he's fully he is fully capable of playing NFL football, but not right now. I do like him out of the returning role for him, and that's just that's good, I guess, if that's what you want for Carson Steele. But adding Pacheco in there with a Kareem Hunt that's been doing absolutely wonders for your team on offense since the absence of Pacheco, I do like Samaje Perine a lot. Samaje Perine has grown a lot on me with because like I said, I forgot about him, but then once Pat kept on tossing the ball on Monday night, I'm like, man, he is really worked into this running back room to where I don't think Samaje Perine will ever lose a spot on this team because the Chiefs need a pass catcher. They do, especially out of the backfield. And if you don't trust Pacheco, if you don't trust Kareem Hunt, I feel like you can easily trust Samaje Perine, and that's what we saw on Monday night. So I do think there's going to be 4 running backs in that room. It's going to be Pacheco, Kareem Hunt, Samaje Perine, and then also Carson Steele. Now, I could easily see Clyde Edwards-Helaire being dealt out. Same with Carson Steele. But if you have three for sure running backs that I know that could, if you're going to do the workload or just rotate them in and out, it's got to be Pacheco, Kareem Hunt, and then Samaje Perine. That's just what I think. And I think that's how it's going to be whenever he does come back in late November. But if Carson Steele can turn my attention differently, if he can sway me a different way, it's not like I don't trust him with the football. I get it. He has a couple of fumbles, which I do believe anytime he possibly does get the ball in his hands, he has a potential chance of fumbling the football, rather than compared to if I know Pacheco's going to get 100 touches, I don't think he's going to fumble. I feel more confident if you hand the ball off to Pacheco than I do to Carson Steele at this point in time. Those are my three guys, Pacheco, Hunt, and Samaje Perine. But no, great question there, Keith. Very loaded, very juicy. So it's coming in from Jairus, which, by the way, if you have a comment or question or concern regarding this upcoming Chiefs game or just the Chiefs in general, feel free to put in the comment section down below, whether if you're watching it on X or if you're watching this on YouTube. Also, feel free to make sure you turn on notifications, subscribe, and, hang out. We appreciate you all. We love you. From the bottom of our hearts here at Club Foolish, we love you all. So it's come from Jairus. When is it acceptable to start calling the Chiefs the Chiefs the Kansas City Patriots because of all the lucky calls and situations they are in? It's very frustrating. One, not having my allegiance siding with the Chiefs yet. If they win that three-peat, I had to be an honorary Chiefs fan member. They just get so lucky. I wouldn't say that this is the Kansas City Patriots at all by any means. Like we saw what Tom Brady did. He deflated footballs. You can't really make that comparison. People actually truly hated the Patriots, and I know for a fact now people truly hate the Kansas City Chiefs by the way the fans act, how the calls are going for them, how the refs are always siding with them, how the trades are always working out in their favor. I get the frustration with fans outside of the realm of the Chiefs kingdom. I get it. I understand. But I don't think you can say that they're the Kansas City Patriots. The Patriots actually legitimately cheated. They had suspensions with Tom Brady and among other players that they were doing something bad. They were doing something that was against the rule book. They were bending the rules. Had the Chiefs bent the rule? No. If anything, the Buffalo Bills added rules to the playbook in order to beat the Chiefs. Yet still, when they added that in there, it still backfired, and yet the Chiefs still won as we saw in the Super Bowl. It's crazy. It's not like the Chiefs are doing anything bad. They're just getting the calls in their favor. How can you fault somebody if it's like, oh, they're just so lucky? It's like going to the casino, and every single time you go to the casino, you always win. It's like, how can you hate that person for the luckiness that they have? That's what the Kansas City Chiefs are. They have so much luck, and it happens to be on the wrong end of things. Like they're on the right side of things compared to what other teams are always on the wrong end. That's just how football is, and you just can't. It's not like you can't teach that. You can't assume for it to happen. It just happens. And if it happens, it happens. You can't say the Kansas City Chiefs are the Patriots. You just can't. Now, you can hate what they're doing, which is going into every single game and grinding it out and winning the football game. You can easily hate that. That's just football. But you can't call them a team that they're not. They're not out there cheating. They're not out there deflating footballs. That's just not the case for this team. This team is a well-rounded, put together on the offense and defense, and they are finding a way to get the job done. Who cares if it's not a blowout? Who cares if it's a nail-biter? Don't you want to watch a nail-biting football game because it has all the drama that you want when you watch a football game? You want to sit there and sweat it out. I get it. But when I'm there watching it, sitting and sweating out, I'm not sweating it out because I know at some point in some way the Kansas City Chiefs will find a way to get the job done. They have the past two and a half seasons so far. And what I mean by 2.5, granted, you could spread that out a lot more if you wanted to. But I'm saying the 2 seasons where they went back-to-back in the Super Bowl round, and then now halfway through this season, you're undefeated right now, and you have a very strong shot. If you win this week and if you win next week, you have a very, very good chance of going to the Super Bowl as an undefeated team because this team is making the Super Bowl. This is not the Kansas City Patriots. This is the Kansas City Chiefs. So get that thing correct, yours. Just saying. But you know what? They get the calls. How can you hate them for that? It's kind of like if you're a baseball guy and you have Angel Hernandez out there all okay, I can go on a tangent that way. No, they get the calls. Who cares? That's the referee's fault. It's not the NFL trying to rig this team to win by any means. That's not the case whatsoever, or there would be a lot of more shady stuff happening rather than what we've been seeing recently. Just saying. Come from Travis. D-Hop looks great. If they can get healthy and he could take less reps, great trade. Honestly, give him as many reps as possible as you want. D-Hop is going to catch literally anything. It's kind of like that pass Mahomes had that he dropped it right in the bucket, right into the wheelhouse of where D-Hop hands needed to be, right in between three or four defenders. I just know if you throw the ball up there, D-Hop's down there somewhere, he'll catch it. That's the exact quote Kyler Murray said when he tossed that Hail Mary ball down there. D-Hop put his hands up in there and he caught it. Why can't we see more of this? We know DeAndre Hopkins is one of the best possession catch receivers in the NFL. Why can't we see more and more passes just going direct? I get it. That was only his second game. And his second game in a Chiefs uniform, fantastic. What more can you ask for? Every pass that Mahomes felt confident throwing to, he caught that. Got his first touchdown. He's they have to guard him or Travis Kelce. DeAndre Hopkins is in a great spot on this team in order to help out everybody else on this team. We saw Travis Kelce getting worked in a lot more. We're going to see that a lot more now against the Denver Broncos. What's about to happen for this Kansas City Chiefs team, just buckle up because people are going to get healthy. Xavier Worthy's going to find his own in this offense. This D-Hop trade looks great every single day I wake up because how the schedule's laid out for the Chiefs, knowing that they can make the playoffs easily. They've already won this division. We're about to enter into week 10, and they've already won this division. It's November 7th. Wow, holy cow, it's November 7th. October went by so quick, which just seems like it was just yesterday when October 1st came around. Then we had Halloween. My birthday just passed. Now it's the 7th, about to hit Veterans Day. Which, by the way, if you're a veteran watching this or listening to this, thank you for serving. But man, D-Hop, that trade looks very good. Now, I know the Chiefs won't re-sign him back, but, ooh, this is a very what I'm about to say is wild because both these guys are hit free agency who are on this Chiefs team already. Would you rather keep DeAndre Hopkins or Marquise Brown? Think about it. Would you rather keep D-Hop, which we've already seen what he's been doing already, that he could probably have a couple more seasons left, and then he could finish out retiring as a Chief, or you know a guy that named Hollywood Brown who could come back cheap because a 1-year prove-it deal after his injury could be the case, or if you can figure out a way to sign them both, you don't have enough room. You don't have enough room if you want to sign them both. But if you were to either sign DeAndre Hopkins or Marquise Hollywood Brown at the end of the season, who would it be? I'm actually kind of curious to see some of the comments on that one because we saw one catch from Hollywood Brown in the preseason. That was it. It's always seen in him so far in his Chiefs tenure. She's not going to last 10 years here, clearly. But D-Hop, the first game was a big impact already. Second game, fantastic. I'm curious what he's about to do against the Denver Broncos, and it's going to be very, I think, ugly for Broncos for that. All right, so from Michael. Okay, so I'm prefacing this. When we send out the bird call to get comments, other teams, fandoms can see those comments, and they want to chirp at us. From Michael. How lucky are the Chiefs not to have to play their kryptonite, the Tennessee Titans? Mahomes is 2-3 all time against the Titans. Might be the only losing record to a team in the NFL. Ooh, Chiefs Kingdom, what's going on? Why do we have this Titans fan who they literally just gave DeAndre Hopkins to the Chiefs? Now they're out here barking. They're out here barking, saying that Mahomes' kryptonite is the Tennessee Titans. Can we truly say that, though? Can we truly say that? I don't know. I really don't. Maybe in the regular season we might be able to see that might be the case, but they don't play them this year. If anything, the Chiefs got better when it came to getting D-Hop, trading away L'Jarius Sneed over there to Tennessee. I mean, if anything, they've actually helped them out the most. You can't say that that's their kryptonite. Come on now. Michael, you know better. He's also a Titans fan, apparently a diehard Titans fan if he's going to keep this stat to his life. In fact, if that's the thing, Aiden O'Connell has a perfect record against Patrick Mahomes. Can we just say that? He's 1-0 against him. He's got a perfect record. That's like saying this for the Titans. No one cares. The thing that matters the most in the NFL is win that Lombardi Trophy. That's the truth. Just win. Just win. That's all you got to do. Just win the game. Who cares how ugly it is? Just win the football game. All right. If you have any comments right now, questions or concerns, feel free to put them right here because we're about to wrap up the show up. So I'm about to give you my prediction for this game on Week 10, a noon kick at Arrowhead between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. I like the Chiefs. I like the Chiefs a lot. I think the line right now is at 8.5. If I'm a gambling man, which I am, I'm teasing that Broncos thing up to 10.5. I think the Chiefs can get 10.5 on them, but I'm trying to also make some money off of some moolah, which I think is like a minus 150 on ESPN Bet or something like that. So if you are a gambling person, I think the Chiefs win by at least 10, if anything. So my final score, 31-21. 31-21, Kansas City defeats the Denver Broncos this Sunday. That'll do it here for Chiefs Comments with Kramer. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day here in Kansas City or elsewhere around Chiefs Kingdom. Put a smile on your face, Chiefs Kingdom. You don't know who needs to see it to brighten up their day. You know what? Go Chiefs. They're going to win this week. It's destined. It's week. They're going to go 9-0, and they're going to play the Buffalo Bills next week, which, by the way, next week is going to be intense and insane. It's Bills week. Bills week, baby. Next week is Bills week. That'll do it here. Have a good one. Chiefs Comments Kramer. Come back to you live 2:30 Thursday next week. Have a good one.